What's up, everybody? I'm Indecisive Brian, and we are back where we left off on Disco Elysium. So let's get right into it. Let's just jump straight in. Last time we were right here. We talked to these awful children. What's going on
There are
here?
several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
Okay.
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard.
So maybe the manager wasn't lying about that.
Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Noted.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook. Okay. Told him to look at the tracks there. I wonder if I can see this.
What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
Alright. Fair enough. And I need to take off these gloves. Hang on. Come on, man. Do we have to leave this guy up here?
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated.
Active decay.
Active decay, yeah.
Cop's gonna blow Kuno.
Alright. I can't take him down. If I could convince a kid to go up there. Those kids aren't gonna listen to me. Okay. I can't go anywhere over here. Alright, yeah. I was like, how am I gonna investigate that? Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. Gross.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash
The
container.
body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Lieutenant, what do you think could be in here?
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
I feel like there's something in there.
What do you mean, feel?
It's an extrasensory perception. Whatever is in there holds a special significance. Maybe someone threw something in there? It's just a hunch. How do we get
could
it
try
open?
using a pry bar. There's one in my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
He might also have information. This is better than the pry bar idea.
Okay. Alright, let's try it. First things first, let's take off these gloves. Or maybe I should keep them on. Is it hurting me to have them on? No, it's better to have them on. Keeping them. I believe this is the way we came, so. Hello, guy that doesn't like me, and rightfully so.
Can I help you?
Is that trash container out back yours?
Mine? No, it belongs to the Whirling in Rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you.
Garbage disposal company. No, it doesn't. Nothing stirs in me. And it isn't callous.
Prod at him and
What's
find
this
out.
feeling? Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor?
Callous? What are you? Kras Mazov? Almost all establishments in Revachol keep their trash locked. The whirling in rags is not special in that regard.
Krasmazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a historical materialist. He was a leading figure on the Grad side of the Centennial Revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered the father of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Ooh. Maybe I am?
No one was implying you were, officer.
I am not
Where
him.
were we?
I didn't think I was saying that out loud. I'm no Krasmazov. That's funny.
What do
I
you
need
need
those
them for?
keys, boy.
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Need those keys. The lieutenant's voice is harsh and sudden.
Just bring them back once you're done, please. What thing?
I've seen something here I need to talk about. Saw a sign that said I couldn't go into the kitchen. Why can't I go in the kitchen?
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business.
Maybe, but there may be something pertinent to the investigation in that
He
kitchen.
wasn't pan-fried. He was lynched. What could the kitchen possibly have to do with...
He changes his mind.
Fine, okay. The kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must.
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the union.
Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction.
Okay.
They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we
We
find
don't.
them?
We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you slept. Okay. Alright. Something else I want to talk about.
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Okay.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
Am I an alcoholic? Interesting. Yeah, what time is it? An hour? Maybe 2?
An hour would have been bad. 2 hours is mystical. You have truly wiped out all trace of yourself if you haven't thought about rum and lemonade yet.
Should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out too well for me.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade to yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter.
No!
What happened, man? You used to be cool. Go get your boring normal person drink then. Get your drink on and your act together.
Maybe I don't want to drink. Find your other shoe. Wait, would my other shoe be out here? The cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. This book is about pate. This book, you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. A book about Piaggio culture. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. Look at the future. The government reads your mind using radio technology. Interesting.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is
Hello.
open.
Hello. Step right in, the store's open. I am the law.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is
Annette.
Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window and then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
Yeah, and you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Oh. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. I should have a word with the store owner, maybe?
No, sir. I'm happy to help Mum by luring in customers. Besides, I have some hot juice in my vacuum bottle to keep warm.
Oh, no, I wasn't meaning it like, oh, I'm gonna have a talk with the store owner having you out here. Okay.
I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running.
Okay.
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
Interesting. How's the
Mum
business?
says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Good to hear that it's going well. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Cursed in what
Cursed
way?
in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Bankrupt?
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look through the creaked window boards of the window.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir. Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's
Back
there.
rooms.
It does not manifest
Manifest.
itself in
Okay.
any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
The plasmic manifestations.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
The girl looks back and forth between you two.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
Who are these famous
Oh,
people?
kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them.
She
to find
scratches
the
her cold
secrets of
reddened
their fame.
cheeks and then continues.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading those doesn't make readers
But
more
it does
famous.
make the famous people more famous.
These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks.
Annette's expression remains ever so helpful, but she doesn't say
You heard me.
anything.
Only losers waste their time with that garbage.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, see you around, Annette. Antoinette. Let's go in here. Oh, this place is cursed for sure. Cursed faux show. Gift books and molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
You know about those kind of books. The Muscle Man books.
Rows and rows of Hyundai men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyundai and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyundai, Return to Hyundai. And the solipsistic Man from Hyundai and the Hyundai Man.
Okay. Man from Hyundai and the Hyundai Man. How many
Maybe
are
100.
there?
Man from Hyundai and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Hyundai and the false god. Man from Hyundai and the scorched earth. Man from Hyundai, the Hyundai colonies. Man from Hyundai and the swamp beast. Man from Hyundai and the snow crabs.
Wow.
Not even close. Man from Hyundai in hell. Man from Hyundai and the forest of slaves. Man from Hyundai under the lake. Man from Hyundai, Hyundai burning. There's even the Trial of Death, a Pasternon combat game book set in the world of Hyundai Man,
Oh,
and
Hyundai.
so much more.
Okay. Pain threshold? I
Oh,
don't want to risk it.
Man from Hyundai. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
Oh, okay.
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
I would think the opposite. It would grab the people with the imagination. Huh. Which one should I start with? That doesn't sound like something
At
I'd be
last,
interested in.
someone sensible. However, I still urge you to buy one. Can't judge a book by the cover. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyundalaman, the man from Hyundal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Locked. Oh, I don't have the money? Where does it show my money? Where does it show my money? You'd think it'd be in my inventory. Oh my goodness, there's my money, the bottom right, by the time. I am so broke. Okay. Old sports magazines. National recipes of Arda.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only. Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
Like a pendant of some kind?
This is
Magical?
a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
Interesting. Who are the Seminese?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Shopkeeper, what's behind? No, we've already did that. Let's ignore him for now. Very suspicious the way she was like trying to get us to... Can I go up the stairs? Yeah. Okay, what's in here?
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. Crime fiction is a disgrace, an asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives. Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
No.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective, Dick Mullen.
It's all the crime fiction.
Crime,
Storekeep.
robberies, murders, even sexual crimes.
Oh.
Fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out.
Okay.
You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Wow, I should buy all of them. Okay. Quaint picture book brochure, very colorful. Tome of fascist magic, rather candid.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of famous people. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
Give me just a moment, Storekeep. I may have made a mistake. I needed to finish talking to that girl. She may give us some, I don't know, some information we need.
Every snowflake is like a crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
crime is what we were solving before this conversation began.
My partner must literally think I am just off the wall crazy.
It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is, or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself, by the
You
way.
don't look much like a policeman.
Yeah, I'm wearing yellow gardening gloves. What does a cop look like then? Well, what does a cop look
Didn't
like
mean
then?
to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
She points to the cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your point to your head.
Head? Yes.
Not head, child. Heads.
Flexibility. There are millions of different people out there, and you have to get into their heads. Sometimes you gotta be the killer to catch the killer. Oh.
Isn't that very dangerous?
She examines the picture of Dick Mullen. Policemen live and breathe danger, little girl. Mullen obviously lacks the chameleonic skill.
Unlike you, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books. It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about when everyone is poor?
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Yeah, poor people are boring now. Sometimes you have to write about real life
Not in
things.
romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
Oh.
Maybe some about other books?
Nope. See you around. Alright, back in here. Everyone knows the most interesting thing about fascists was their magic.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Okay.
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to and which costs more than this book, is garbage and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything, though it is important to note. When it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
Does the book say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder. preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying. This is just mundane
Okay.
garbage. What's even paranatural about this?
And something truly otherworldly.
You sense something ominous emanating from the shelf, but it lacks form and substance. And soon enough, you lose
Man,
track.
I had such a high chance of doing that too. Bad luck there.
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Fine. Another boring book, just discarded here. Okay. Oh, what's that?
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
I'm sorry, officer.
Can't buy these
the map of
maps.
Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. And besides, you could scarcely afford them. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
I have 0.2. 0.20. You seem to underestimate my resources.
Yes, yes. Are you interested or not?
Steal it instead. No, I'll just leave. I'm a detective. I don't know if I want to be like that.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Before we go on, you seem to be well off enough. Can you give me some money? I feel there won't be an opportune moment to ask later. I don't know. I don't know if I should ask something like that.
Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money.
She gives you just
I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavor.
Okay.
One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer. Handouts are nothing but manipulation. All they do is make you dependent.
Certainly there are good things to be said about dependence.
It would forge ties between us working people. Good practice for fighting our common enemy. I'm a powerful feudal lord. I demand tribute. This is about traditions. You're right. What kind of business relationship would that kickstart? Excuse me, I don't even know why I said that. It would forge ties between us working people. Good practice for fighting our common enemy.
Now, hey there. Sounds like someone isn't taking responsibility for the energy they bring into this space.
Oh my goodness.
Fighting enemy. My philosophy is everyone just getting along.
Okay, so you're the owner of the store?
I am. The proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Her voice is high-pitched, as if to give it more penetration. Daughter's the one outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of
Wonderful.
course.
Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
She's very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
She's a great value add.
As a young girl should be, with the proper attitude, she'll have a bright financial future.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. Every now and then, she nudges her glasses.
I don't want to get the little girl in trouble.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified...
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Nervously playing with the talisman.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
This is about the curse?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
If I sense this place calling for me, I must investigate beyond the threshold. Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
Baffled by her own bluntness.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
This is about the curse. That's why you're afraid? The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough. Alright.
Thank you. Let's just talk about this first, all right? There's
Oh
no
my
reason
goodness.
for you to venture into the unknown.
Talking is always good. Go see. There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Okay, so talk to you again? Maybe getting you to say
Hello
a little
again,
more?
esteemed officer, and welcome to crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
Oh, am I? It's a storage room, then it wouldn't hurt to peek inside. Why does it have a Seminese award protecting it?
It's just for decoration.
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped smile. Then something breaks.
Okay, fine. It's just because this place is cursed, just like everyone said. They don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
And starts mumbling something to her pendant. How does this curse manifest itself?
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's
Interesting.
the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Okay.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Annette mentioned that the previous tenants have experienced some financial trouble.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
You sought help?
I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards. The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building, even though now I fear it's not enough.
Is your pendant part of the wards as well?
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books.
Oh, its ochre heart glistens. Well, it's not working.
There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
Why don't you just tell me right away it's the
Not
curse?
good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Okay.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
Would you like me to investigate the case? Or would you like me to take the case? I could investigate, see if the curse is real.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
Convince her to let you investigate the doomed commercial area.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before. Wait, what if I don't want to lie?
You're not lying. You're giving her peace of mind. The means are thus justified.
Ooh, I don't have another option. I can't back
Are
out.
you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I sensed the psychic emanations from afar, the sleeper beyond calls out.
I'm not sure I can trust your claims. Honestly, you look like a bit of a drinker. I'm sorry for being so blunt, but
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. Go ahead then. Rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
I'll admit I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing. I'll admit I've had my share of drink. Yeah, that's a good one.
how do you know all this?
Here we go.
Your wards brought me here in the first place. The Seminese blood also runs through me.
You're part Simonese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand of fate
I'm
guides
a
us.
liar!
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us.
No problem whatsoever. Your family is safe. Just ask my partner Kim. He'll vouch for me.
Oh,
He has not been listening closely enough. You've put him on the
I
spot.
can assure you he is a police officer. Very knowledgeable.
Sure am. Thanks, Kim.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
Actually, I'm not really feeling... I don't know if I want to do this because it could ruin something. I don't know how, like, what the consequences of that could be. Sure.
Thank you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
You have?
I've
The
sensed its
entity takes
presence.
the form of a woman. A witch, probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney, the passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes. That chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there.
Okay.
Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin. What you discover? Probably just some office space. Don't be scared.
Okay. Alright, that's going to be it for today, guys. We've got a interesting thing we're going to be doing here soon. I don't know, I'm kind of worried that we're going to get ourselves killed or something doing this, because we were completely lying to that girl. We have no idea. As far as I'm aware, we've never messed with supernatural anything. But then again, I don't know. I woke up drunk without any memory, so who knows what I was up to beforehand. But I hope you all are enjoying so far. That's the end of episode 2, and I'll see you all in the next one.